before in the inbound, I was just talking to myself. If I get this shot, it's going in.
This place is bonkers right now.
You just got to manage your emotions at the game.
A thriller here in game one.
Of course it's frustrating. Like, we felt like we were in position to win the game.
The Celtics survive in overtime.
We know we can play with these guys. We know we belong. We'll respond with the right way.
We got to match their intensity if we want to win this series. Welcome to the NBA playoffs.
It's time now for the Indiana Pacers and the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, presented by AT&T. It certainly was sweet emotion for the Celtics. Not so sure for the Indiana Pacers, but they're ready for game two. Oh, what a gorgeous sunset here in Boston, Massachusetts, and a packed crowd here at the TD Garden. Starting lineups brought to you by Lincoln. And for the Pacers, all 5 starters in double figures. Top 7 did. 3 of the starters had 20-point double-doubles. Meanwhile, for the Boston Celtics, still no Kristaps Porzingis. No update on his return. Al Horford will start once again. All 5 starters scored in double figures in game one for the Celtics, including a 36-point game from Jason Tatum. And JJ, I thought Al Horford said it best, quite simply. He goes, we hit, they responded. They hit, we responded. And that's what a playoff series is all about.
Absolutely, and you hope that the Indiana Pacers continue to show the level of resiliency and fight they've had throughout this playoff run. They lost game one in the first round, came back to win that. They lost the first 2 games in the previous round, and obviously came back to beat the Knicks.
I am so curious about the Celtics defense, because they were talking about it's one thing to know they're fast, it's another to experience how fast the Indiana Pacers play. Can the Boston defense dig in a little bit tonight against a team that just goes for 120 like it's nothing?
Stood up 2-0 here in these Eastern Conference Finals. Dominant second half. They shoot 53% from the field, 40% from 3. And Jaylen Brown with a masterpiece. Well, the Pacers had one in game one, an inbound pass away from securing a spectacular win. And as we said, the momentum in a series can shift so quickly. Jaylen Brown making sure it was 2-0 with his performance here tonight. He's with Lisa.
Jaylen, you had the big three-pointer in game one, 40 points tonight. Just what's feeling good with your game right now in this series?
It's whatever it takes. It's the playoffs, man. Whatever it takes to get a W on defense, on offense, that's what I'm going to do.
When Jason is having a quiet scoring night like he was early, how does that affect your mindset?
It don't affect me at all. I just come out and play aggressive. Make sure I take advantage of every read and try to get my teammates going, but be aggressive every time I got it.
You were talking to me earlier about intensity. What was different about the team's intensity level tonight that they just were not able to match this time?
I think we adjusted a little bit better game 2, and I still think we could play a little bit better, so we're looking forward to doing that in game 3.
Headed to Indy up 2-0. You've talked about staying even-keeled throughout the playoffs despite the ups and the downs. How do you do that going into games 3 and 4 and keep it rolling there?
Just managing your emotions. That's it. That's what it's all about. We got to weather every storm, handle our adversity as best we can, and then come out and play Celtic basketball.
Thank you, Jaylen. Good luck the rest of the way. Mike?
All right, Lisa. Well, I asked Joe Mazzulla, what's the one thing, there's many, but what's the one thing you really admire about Jaylen Brown? He said he's got great balance between confidence and humility, and his ability to handle the big moments and the rough moments with the proper perspective has always been impressive since he first came into the league.
That's called emotional intelligence, and Jaylen Brown has that in spades. You cannot become as great of a player as him without a high level of confidence.
Drew Holiday, another good game as well. And Boston dominates down the stretch. Final score, Celtics 126 and the Pacers 110. SportsCenter's coming up next. And of course, we'll see you Saturday on ABC. Game 3 at 8:30 Eastern from Indianapolis. Our producer, Tim Corrigan, director Mike Schwab, our wonderful ESPN crew, and Doris, JJ, and Lisa. Mike Breen saying good night from Boston. SportsCenter next on ESPN.